Hey everyone, how's it going? This is your life coach, Tammy Ward, coming at you today. As I said this week, I wanted to just really come in and just give you guys some love and support and some tools that might help you uproot some of your mindsets, maybe start a new habit or create something new about yourself that you didn't know. And share this with your friends and family so that way they can help along with your journey. I mean, if it's helping you, it's going to help them. And so I know, this week we've talked about attentional bias, self-regulation, we've talked about coping skills and things like that. And today I really want to come to you on a more of a personal level about a thought of something. And you see, lately I've been finding myself becoming more frustrated with things. And could it be our isolation? Could it be the chaos? Could it be the news? Could it be anything else? I don't know. What shocks me out of all of it is that acting out of frustration is surprising to me, because I am the type of person who normally just takes a deep breath for a second, checks in with myself, and then I respond. But lately, the past day or two, I've just been, boom, reacting instead of responding. And you guys know how I feel about that word. We should always respond instead of react. But I haven't been. And so, what I do best is I try to dissect it. It's things that I teach you as well. Dissect of what you're feeling, why you're feeling it, and move forward. So I realized, thinking about all this, I went back to kind of what the Buddhists believe, right? So it got me thinking about it. And Buddhism, they argue the idea of who you are is just a mental construction, that you should let go of the thoughts that you even exist at all, right? So who you are should not exist at all. And then I was like, well, wait a second. I prided myself a little bit on saying, this is who I am. I am a person who, stops and takes a breath before I respond to a situation, before I get out of hand, before I get frustrated. And so, basically, by which you define yourself can actually trap yourself. So what I mean by that is, should we never know who we are? I mean, in these times right now, in this isolation, in this chaos, in this everything that's going on, some of us never know how we're going to respond to something until we're in it, because this is new for us, right? Some of us have never been into isolation like this. Some of us have never had to homeschool our kids. Some of us have never had to work from home. And now we are. So who we thought we were about being able to deal with it kind of surprises us all together, because like me, if you thought you were a person who could deal with it and then you're not. I mean, how many times have you said at work and been like, oh my God, if I could just work from home, it would be awesome. Okay, well now you're working from home and it's not so awesome, right? Or maybe it is for you. Each other way, what I'm saying is, these times some of us never know how we're going to respond to something, whether it's negative or positive, right? So how about we uproot that thought, we uproot that mindset about self and try to strive for discovery. And how do we do that? Great question. How do we do that is we just let go of the story we keep telling ourselves. We let go of the story that has shackled us to whatever our belief is. So say for instance, an example, so say for instance that you said, I'm not good at relationships, right? I'm not good at relationships. What you're saying is you just shackled yourself to not being good at relationships. So therefore, however you are in a relationship, you've already gone into it saying, I'm not good at it, right? So when we let go of the story, we free ourselves up to make better choices, to make better decisions. We comes from, if you no longer have to prove anything to anybody else, right? If I sit here and say, okay, I'm not good at relationships, and I just accept that story, and if I just, let go of me saying that's who I am, I'm not good at relationships. If I let go of that story of not being good enough, then I free myself up to make whatever choices I want, right? So it's about letting go of that story. It's about, kind of like one of those things where you can say, I'm a kind, loving person, but yet then someone murders someone you love, someone close, someone deep, and then you talk shit or judge that other person. Well, guess what? You're not a kind and loving person. You're teeter-tottering on that seesaw of like, okay, I'm good in these moments, but I can be bad in these moments. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. We all make choices and we all have to accept the choices we make. But what I'm saying is, in this time of chaos, stop being frustrated with the story of well, this is what I know. This is who I am. Instead, strive, right? Strive for that betterment. Strive for that discovery of knowing yourself and doing new things. So don't define yourself as one specific thing. Define yourself as the choices you are making to be that fine one thing. I hope that makes sense to you guys. And I hope that you guys can just take it and kind of, you know, massage into it in the sense of just being like, you don't have to know who you are. You can continue to be different things and striving to understanding new experiences. If you want to be a love and kind-hearted person, you have to fully, completely be a love and kind-hearted person to everybody and everything, right? So don't define yourself as one thing. Go out there and experience life. Experience this new normal. Experience this chaos you're in. Take it in. Experience the fact that you're juggling two different things, and now you become a juggler, right? Because you are juggling. And that's what's up, guys. I hope this serves you well. And if you like it, hit like below. Hit some of the things that you're struggling with, or maybe some of the beliefs that you had about who you thought you were. All right. Thanks for listening, guys. I'll see you tomorrow.